Gulf Coast monster Hurricane Michael has made landfall and is pounding parts of the Florida Panhandle. Good evening, everyone. I'm Denise DeCenzo.
I'm Dennis House. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. Michael roared ashore as a very powerful Category 4 hurricane. Let's get the very latest now from our chief meteorologist, Bruce DePriest. Bruce?
In fact, Michael was nearly a Category 5 when it struck land around or shortly thereafter 1:30 this afternoon near Mexico Beach, right on the Florida Panhandle. And right now, Michael is over land. In fact, it's almost approaching the southwestern portion of Georgia. As you can see, as we take a look at the loop of the radar in the southeastern states, you can see it's almost into southwestern Georgia right now. It is a Category 3 hurricane now. A hurricane warning is still in effect for the Florida Panhandle, and a tropical storm warning is in effect all the way up through North Carolina right now. There it is, crossing land shortly after 1:30 this afternoon, starting to weaken. It's going to weaken into a tropical storm as it moves toward the north. It's got winds of 125 miles an hour, moving to the north-northeast at 16 miles an hour. From there, it's going to weaken into a tropical storm and then emerge off the mid-Atlantic coast tomorrow night, passing south of New England tomorrow night and Friday morning. While we won't have any direct impacts from it, we have issues of our own to talk about in the form of heavy rain that could cause some localized flash flooding. We'll have more on that coming up in just a minute. But for now, Dennis and Denise, back to you.
All right, Bruce, thank you very much. One of the worst storms since Camille or Andrew, we're hearing.
For the latest now, we're going to head to Channel 3's Hillary Lane, who was standing by live tonight at the center of the storm in Panama City, Florida.
It's not far from Pensacola on the Florida Panhandle. Hillary, what's the situation there?
The hurricane made landfall 45 miles southeast of here in Mexico Beach. Here in Panama City Beach, the worst of the storm has just rolled through, and it's actually quite calm. But the storm did cause a significant amount of damage. Debris was flying, and roads are flooded. Michael crashed ashore as one of the most powerful storms to ever hit the U.S. mainland, just shy of a Category 5 hurricane. 155-mile-per-hour winds lashed at the coast, ripped apart structures, and sent debris flying at a hotel in Panama City. Forecasters say Michael will dump more than a foot of rain and usher in a 14-foot storm surge in some areas.
When that storm surge comes in, you have no control of it. There's so much pressure, and it pushes everything in, and then it sucks everything out.
Here in Panama City Beach, the wind and rain have been brutal all day. At points, it's hard to stand up straight as the wind whizzes by. For some people who didn't evacuate, panic set in.
I might not be here tomorrow, man. That's it. I really don't want to cry on your camera, but this is what we got to deal with.
FEMA Administrator Brock Long updated President Trump on the storm in the Oval Office. He says the hurricane's eye, shown here from the International Space Station, is large and dangerous.
Some people may say it's similar to an EF3 tornado making landfall.
Michael is expected to remain powerful as a Category 1 or 2 hurricane as it passes through Georgia. Forecasters say it is unlike any storm ever seen before. The roof of this convenience store continues to blow in the wind. This storm is so severe that the governor of Florida said that emergency personnel would not be rescuing people because it would put their lives in danger. In Panama City Beach, Hillary Lane, back to you.
All right, thank you, Hillary, and be safe down there. Keep it here for much more as we track Hurricane Michael. We'll have more live reports coming up from the Florida coast in just a bit, and get the latest update on the storm right now on the Channel 3 app.